minutes. He had 75 passes attempted, 75 passes successful, and that is a record. Yes, all the Chelsea players, even the ones that played 90 minutes, he outpassed and outclassed all of them. Liverpool fans have been talking about Thiago since that game on Sunday. But of course, last night, Pep Guardiola took time out to praise Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is currently the best player in England. And for Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher, only two players are better than Kevin De Bruyne. Let's look at Thiago Alcantara. Let's also look at Kevin De Bruyne. Can Thiago Alcantara rival Kevin De Bruyne in terms of goals and assists in the Premier League? Kevin De Bruyne opened his account last night. Thiago showed the whole world that he has passing control, passing range. But can Thiago Alcantara rival Kevin De Bruyne, KDB, in terms of goals and assists in the English Premier League? Yinka will go first, and then Maui Sabi will talk.
It will not. And I will make it emphatic, so that's even when he stays on his feet, because he's one who has a very well chronicled record of really not being able to go the length of a season without having times out. That is why I say he will not. While he can actually try to do that with assists, he wouldn't be able to do that with goals. Kevin gives you goals and assists, so I don't feel he will be able to do that. Kevin is still more than him. Of course, and his influence in the team is big and massive.
Are you saying this because you're a Man City fan?
Not at all. I'm really being as objective as I can be. Kevin De Bruyne is more than Thiago Alcantara. Alcantara, that's not to say that I will not bring in value or add something to Liverpool. I believe he's good enough to indeed really do that, but then cannot rival, and will not rival. The season is just starting. Let's keep looking. Already, we've seen the influence of Kevin De Bruyne yesterday for Manchester City in just one game play this season, and he will have more now that he's really the next in command to
the influence
Fernandinho
of Thiago against Chelsea.
And he did a good one by also committing a penalty in that game as well. He had a good game, really, but then not a special game.
Okay, Manway Sabi, time for you to use your VAR. These two players are midfield engines.
Yeah.
Can one rival the other? Kevin De Bruyne is already a landlord, established in the Premier League.
And one is even AMF, one is a deep lining, CMF.
One is coming from the Bundesliga. Kevin De Bruyne, I don't know his wingo, he can play anywhere. I don't know his wingo.
Well, Anthony Beckett, yes, I using my VAR this morning. Made in Olo. Yes, in Olo. That one is see very well. So I need to use them this morning because this matter is a very strong matter. Yes.
And is it clairvoyant?
Yes.
It's clairvoyant. It's clairvoyant.
I don't know the clairvoyant.
No way you see, can see very well.
I don't know the clairvoyant. I don't know the person.
Clairvoyant. The VAR is clear.
I don't know what in the
Lucid.
Lucy again.
Lucid.
Leave Lucy. Lucy no there. As I talk, Tony. Yes, when we talk about Thiago Alcantara, FIFA rival Kevin De Bruyne, in terms of goals and assists. Well, for me, just like you said, Kevin De Bruyne is a landlord already.
For Premier League.
Yes, Thiago Alcantara just they come into the Premier League now.
Like Chelsea.
And in show say yes, he gets something to show. He gets a lot to give back, Tony. For me, I go tell you say yes. I believe say Thiago Alcantara will feel rival De Bruyne for in terms of goal scoring and assist in the Premier League this season. Because why? Only in first game when he play, just one game, he makes 75 passes, complete the whole 75 passes. No story there.
Nobody for
no story. That shows say yes.
For 5 minutes.
And I remember say he never adjust fully. He never settle down fully. He never know how the other players they play. Instead they learn, because when you are a new player in the team, what you they do? As you they play in a game, you go to learn how your players they move. They learn how your players they move. They find your own space too. As a player, as a midfielder, you must look for your space. Watch how they move so you go feel know your own space. So for me, I really say yes. Thiago Alcantara go feel rival Kevin De Bruyne.
It took him only 45 minutes to become the pass master on Sunday night against Chelsea. He outclassed every Chelsea player in that game in just 45 minutes. The Chelsea players played 90 minutes, but Thiago showed them what stuff he was made of. Can he now take it to another Premier League rival in Kevin De Bruyne? 0700000889. Those are the numbers to call. Hello.
February.
Good morning.
Morning. Additional Alekon.
Okay.
Good morning. Anyika Sport.
We greet you.
Good morning.
Honestly, my viewer are telling me that Thiago Alcantara, you cannot do what this man have been doing for Man City for over 5 years or 4 years that this the player has been there. Otobe, you cannot do it. The only thing Alcantara can get is red card. I can promise you, in the next 3 matches, this guy will get red card. You can't write it down. You cannot break that record. You always have been, you get it wrong. Boom, boom, boom. Where you come from? You know, you are wrong.
Your frequency of champions. Hello, good morning. 0700 00889. Can Thiago Alcantara, can he rival KDB, Kevin De Bruyne? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. I'm Raphael. My VAR for this morning on this issue. The funny part is that I was discussing this exact same topic with somebody just yesterday. Thiago Alcantara is my best player in football.
Wow.
But you are being specific. You are talking about goal and assist.
Yes.
Somebody in the studio was mentioning that Thiago Alcantara is a deep line playmaker. Kevin De Bruyne is more of an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, I said so.
He will not. His numbers, even when you check his numbers in the Bundesliga, he will not rival Kevin De Bruyne in terms of goal and assist. Where he can rival him is in terms of impact. But if you are being specific for goal and assist, Thiago doesn't score so much, and from the deeper role, he will get involved in goals, but not as much as KDB. So that's just the simple thing. But his impact, Premier League will feel that. Don't worry.
Bros, you dey play game. You the whole console. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Boss Radio 88.9 Brother FM is still the station.
If I guess it is not Premier League.
Okay.
Maybe German League.
No, the experience, it also helps as well.
This is Premier League.
Yeah.
Premier League, anything can happen.
Do you know I'm a football manager as well?
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Jeffrey. I want to talk about Thiago Alcantara and Kevin De Bruyne.
It's VR, go on.
Yes, I'm not really sure if Thiago Alcantara can rival Kevin De Bruyne because Kevin De Bruyne is an attacking midfielder, and Thiago Alcantara is more of a defensive midfielder.
He's not a defensive midfielder. He's not. He's not a defensive midfielder. Thiago Alcantara is an attacking midfielder too. Not a defensive midfielder. Don't get it twisted.
Why? I don't really think
Deep line playmaker, central midfielder.
Okay.
If you want to do AMF, CMF is not a DMF, it's a CMF.
Thiago Alcantara is a technical. He's a playmaker. He's an attacking midfielder, not a defensive midfielder. He's not in the game to win
to mark tackles,
like
yeah.
Kante. No, he's a playmaker.
Oh.
He's what you can call a number 10. A number 10 at the defense. Jojo Kota at the defense. Kevin De Bruyne too na playmaker. Oh. But the difference is Kevin De Bruyne is faster and can play on the wings.
Not just only faster, Tony.
But they are both playmakers.
Kevin De
You
Bruyne
know what
he
to
done the Premier League for 5 years plus for Man City. Sorry, for how many years? Then the Man City.
For
About
4 years,
5 years now. Yes. He get upper hand. No doubt. But when we talk about person go rival and we go show and say yes. Myself, I don't come for the Premier League. Myself, the thing where you get, myself, I get up to an extent. Okay? Now be Thiago Alcantara. He go show and say yes. Myself, I don't come. Myself, this pass the way Sabi.
Yeah.
Myself, I Sabi make the same passes there. As you they move, myself, I they try they move like that. They try score goals. You know. So for me, I believe saying we fit do it.
The difference, the main difference between both players are central midfielders by trade.
Yeah.
But Thiago can play in lesser positions than Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne can play as a second striker, as a false nine, as an attacking midfielder,
as
a winger, as even as a winger. But Thiago is a central midfielder, a number 10.
Yeah.
I think, which was why I stated there's a special orientation. These things exist, and that is the standard even in consoles as well. You see AMF, you see CMF, you see DMF.
We're not talking about console now. We're talking about the reality, their style of football.
Both
players are number 10s.
This thing, like I said, I made it clear. Kevin De Bruyne is an attacking midfielder, AMF. The other player is a CMF. That is the spatial orientation, and what applies in consoles is what applies to each and what
No.
each of these guys play.
You can let's take calls, not because so.
It's as simple as that.
Not because
I am
so.
very serious and
Not
I'm frank
because
with
so. Not
it.
because
It is
so we
straight.
talk for here.
It is not about
We're
game.
talking
It is
about
what is
number 10.
applicable. It is a CMF,
Hello.
a deep line midfielder. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Mohammed.
You're welcome, Mohammed.
Yes, my DIO is Thiago is best midfielder. Thiago is best more than Chelsea.
Can Thiago Alcantara rival Kevin De Bruyne in terms of goals and assists in the Premier League? That's the question.
Yeah. Thiago and doing well in club. Come Premier League in test games and do well. That's why Thiago
Okay.
is best. Yeah.
Both players have been called masters. Both players are gifted, technically sound playmakers. Liverpool fans, Liverpool coach praised Thiago Alcantara following his debut against Chelsea. Jurgen Klopp was praising Kevin De Bruyne last night after Man City won 3-1. But can Thiago rival Kevin De Bruyne? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I want to talk about the VAR.
Okay, go on.
My VAR made his best start.
Go on,
Thiago
go on.
Alcantara is really different from De Bruyne. In the sense that Thiago Alcantara, when he was at Bayern, he played as a defensive midfielder. And he creates more chances than De Bruyne. So in terms of goals and assists, he can't really miss De Bruyne in that. In terms of technicality, he can't.
You've missed that defensive midfielder part that you just put there. That's where you missed it. That's where you missed it. It's not a defensive it's not a defensive midfielder. It's not. Andre Pirlo was a defensive midfielder. If somebody plays,
I even mentioned Andre Pirlo when I talk about Thiago Alcantara, and I said he's a CMF, the deep line playmaker. Some are straight AMF attacking players as well, and AMF can mostly function
Is he
behind
a
top strikers
defensive
as well.
midfielder?
He's a CMF, not a DMF.
Sports Radio 88.9 FM. Let's
Hello.
take this call. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah,
Good
good
morning.
morning.
This are they on the line.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. When you are talking of Kevin De Bruyne and Thiago Alcantara, there are differences. In talk of passing, they can pass in the same way. Then when they are talking of goals, it cannot meet up. It cannot meet up Kevin De Bruyne because Kevin De Bruyne is half accurate shots and attempts. And then Thiago Alcantara, he can do the pass, but they cannot have 100% pass like Kevin De Bruyne. And then Kevin De Bruyne is a very utility player. Can play from wing, he can strike, he can play deep midfield. So he's a very utility player. They are different. They are not the same thing.
Okay.
But Thiago Alcantara can try his best, but he cannot meet up.
Thank you very, very much. This is VAR on Sports Radio 88.9 FM. Let me use my VAR this morning. My VAR is made in France. Kevin De Bruyne is too advanced for Thiago. Thiago cannot rival him. Forget those 75 passes he made against Chelsea. Both are playmakers, but one is an advanced playmaker. One is a more complete footballer. And that complete footballer is Kevin De Bruyne. Anywhere you put him for that midfield, he go play. You put him in attack, he go play. He's not limited or restricted. So in that regard, Thiago Alcantara can never rival Kevin De Bruyne. They're not born him. They never born him. Sports Radio, that's what my VR is saying. That is what it is. Both are number 10. They can play as number 10, but one can play as number 10. Hello. Hello.
Anthony Bekedaremo.
Good morning.
The man with Sabi.
Good morning.
Mr.
What's your name?
Inka.
Good morning to you.
Olanrewaju.
Okay.
For me, at Thiago Alcantara, I think it's not. I can't even compare him with Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne has been in Man City the man of the match for how many years now? Like 5 or 6 years. If I can look at what the Thiago Alcantara has been doing in the Bundesliga, he has done it true, but I think he came to Premier League now to come and do his own. He can never compare him with Kevin De Bruyne. He can never do what Kevin De Bruyne is doing. What he did last time against Chelsea, I think if you look Chelsea Chelsea player that day, if you look at them, I think they are not the normal player they're supposed to play. If it's the normal player they're supposed to play, then they do for what they need to do. They do it very well. Forget what Liverpool did that day. It's not something different. So I think it can never be like Kevin De Bruyne. From you, good morning to you guys.
Okay, Sports Radio 88.9 Below FM. Let's take some comments. Yinka would do justice to that. Let's go to social media, Facebook to be precise.
Facebook fan page once again is Sports Radio Real FM on Facebook. Julius Edwards says Kevin plays a more advanced role, so Thiago will not be able to rival him. Obani Chisom says no. Kevin De Bruyne is more offensive and a better upgrade than Thiago, so I don't see Thiago racking up those assists and better than Kevin De Bruyne. Yeze J says VR check complete. No. He will only try. It can't be like Kevin. Ude, I like your outfit. And Aladilawa says VR made in Igomo. Really, he can't rival KDB in terms of goals. Chooks Ede says, no, he just cannot. And Oyino Michael says, my VR made in Okigwe, Imo State. Thiago cannot make a rival. KDB, Kevin De Bruyne is superb. Thiago is a goal scorer, although he can assist as well. But then KDB combines both goal scoring with sharp crossing and assist as well. All right, more complete player than Thiago Alcantara. And Vaspa says he cannot rival KDB. He can only try. He just cannot do it. We go once again to the phone lines as we continue to take your calls right here on the show VAR. Hello.
My name is Shagun.
You're welcome, Shagun.
Okay, my VAR is, I just want to talk about when the first match of the Broom at Man City. I want to know maybe he play like the first match that Alcantara played.
Answer the question now. Which one? You ask us question again. Answer this one.
Okay. Let's just be for now. I can't talk. Maybe.
Okay. Your VR know the work.
Yes,
you know the work.
Let's just thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. They say VR check if it's a penalty or not. You're asking what happened 1 minute.
It means the VR did not capture it. It's not working.
The VR not the work.
Okay, from Shego on the phone line to Shego on the Facebook fan page. Shego Motosho here says Thiago will just try. He can never be like Kevin De Bruyne because Kevin is so more calm on the pitch than him. Okay. Hello, good morning. Okay, 0700000889. Puerto Peter Maya says Kevin has a class. Okay, has a class of his own. Thank you very much for that as well. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Okay, you have to simply call back, give that phone to daddy or mommy. Yeah, apparently an adult to talk to us. All right, to use the VR. Then you check from daddy's VR as well. Okay, Ene Chimabi says that Thiago cannot have goal and assist more than Bruno. Talk more of De Bruyne. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello. Yes, good morning to you. You're fine. You have to speak.
Can you speak up? Can you speak up?
Okay. My dear is saying that Thiago Alcantara cannot be like Kevin. When you look at two of them, they are not the same players. Kevin has everything that the midfielder can have. In goal scoring, assist, everything depends. When you look at him, he's very, very strong. Not in everything. So I think he's more better than Thiago Alcantara.
Okay. When he played against Chelsea, that was on Sunday, he completed 75 passes. And since those that collect data have been collecting data, they have not collected that kind of data before. Nobody has done it in 45 minutes. He showed poise. He was gallant. He was effective. He controlled the game and outpassed every Chelsea player. can he take it to another level? If the best midfielder in the Premier League is currently Kevin De Bruyne, can the man called Thiago Alcantara rival him? We've seen his passing range. He can pass the ball. What about goals and assists? Can he do it like Kevin De Bruyne? Kevin De Bruyne does not even score many goals, but he registers many assists, like he did yesterday again. Yinka Oyedele says no. Manwe Sabi says yes. Me, I say no. Not in this lifetime. And the
majority of the comments here also says, well, no, they can't. Just very few believe he can actually do that. And some feel perhaps time will tell whether he can actually do that or not. Time would definitely really not tell. But then it remains to be seen whether we'll have such at Liverpool.
Let's take one final call for the road. Hello. Hello. Uh-oh. Hello.
Good day, Tony.
Yes, it's better now. What's your name?
Ayo.
Ayo, go on.
Yes, number one, in terms of goals, it can never near Kevin De Bruyne. The reason is that the likes of Sani Mala has been saddled for goals, mainly in Liverpool. So by the time you get to advance third quarter of the opponent, you will be advised to always give these guys the pass. Kevin De Bruyne is the penalty taker in Man City. This guy I don't think he can for now take that role. You get me? I don't think for now he can take that role. Then this other guy.
Oh, do you know that in another time, in another world, Kevin De Bruyne would have been playing for Burundi or Cote d'Ivoire, but instead he's playing for Belgium. You know the links when you look at Burundi and Belgium. Now they're Bonham, Kevin De Bruyne. So what Burundi lost, Belgium gained. He's a complete footballer. Kevin De Bruyne, he gets sense, die. That's not to say that Thiago does not have sense. So he has plenty sense.
Because it's a comparative analysis.
But sense past sense. That's it this morning on VAR. You can continue the conversation on Facebook. Thiago, can he rival Kevin De Bruyne in terms of the goals and the assists in the Premier League? We, of course, would go pay the bills at this point in time. Many thanks must go to, of course, Ifeanyi Chukwubitili Udeze and Yinka Oyedele and you out there for using VAR. Let's do it again, same time, same station, tomorrow. But then this is Sports Radio 88.9 Real FM.
This is the home of sport.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM.
My generation is unbreakable. We know they fear. For what? Till someone says, I will tell your mother.
Donatu, put on your mask or else.
Wear it for her. Wear it for me. Everywhere you go, MTN. Spread the message, not the virus. Visit wearit4.me.
My name na Efe, but my friends that they call me Phil. Every time I play, na so I dey lose like play. But as I begin play 1xBet, na so my level change. Now my friends that they call me Efrebo. 1xBet, you go win so you go tire. Go for 1xBet.ng for more tori.
That first whistle is more than just the start of a football match. It's the start of friendships. It's you screaming your lungs out. It's the joy of your team's equalizer. The exhilaration of scoring the winning goal. It's a sigh of relief after hearing the final whistle. It's celebrating your team being crowned champions. That first whistle is just the start of something priceless, where you don't just watch it, you live it. MasterCard, official sponsor of UEFA Champions League.
Whatever you need, Game's got it. Whatever your budget, come get it. Now unbeatable prices, just for you. Game can't be beat. Game can't be beat. We'll tell you why. Game can't be beat. Wide range of products, get everything
shop anywhere else. We give you great service and we beat any price. Get to Game today to see how unbeatable we really are. To get it all, find your nearest game store at gamestores.com.ng.
Dangote bag of goodies, spell and be a millionaire. Dangote is back again with Dangote Bag of Goodies Season 2. Spell and be a millionaire. In 16 weeks, 1,000 people will become millionaires. That's not all. Lots of amazing prizes to be won. From tricycle, motorcycle, television set, and many more. To win, buy any bag of Dangote cement that has Bag of Goodies written on it. Remove and scratch the cards you find inside. To win instant prizes like airtime, Dangote food packs, and many more. And keep the scratch card for the spell to win the star prize. Get on the cards to spell DANGOTE and be a millionaire. Redeem your prizes at Dangote Depot, regional offices, or selected wholesale outlets near you. Check newspapers and posters for more details. This promo starts July 15 to November 15, 2020. Dangote Bag of Goodies Season 2. Spell and be a millionaire. This year will still be great for you.
Plenty there to win for the 9 Mobile Mega Millions promo. 90 people go home 1 million naira every day for 90 days. 2 people go win smartphones every hour, every day. The one who sweet pass, now the 10 million naira grand prize. If you not be 9 Mobile customer, move, come outside or buy a new line. In addition to the plenty millions and smartphones, we go summer you with 1 gigabyte plus 500 naira airtime instanta plus up to 100% data bonus for 1 year. Recharge 200 naira and above. Make you for the win. Promo starts August 10 and ends November 7, 2020. And is approved by FCCPC.
9 Mobile.
Is it possible for someone to dash you a tear-rubber SUV with free petrol for 1 year? Or for your boss to pay your salary 4 months in advance? Or for your landlord to give you 70% discount on your next rent? Is it even possible for a bus conductor to allow passengers enter without paying? Some things may be impossible, but on QuickTeller, everything is possible. Like shopping from over 100 international stores on QuickTeller Global